Mississippi, my lord, y'all are producing some of the worst stories. Yeah, y'all look at this picture. Yes, take a good look at it. I want y'all to soak this in before we get into the details, because yeah, yeah, this is gonna be wild. But I don't want nobody to get too offended about what I'm gonna get ready to say. So let me give you a disclaimer real quick. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. I'm sorry, they're typing funny stuff in the chat. I haven't even got to my commentary yet. But we're getting this story from themessenger.com because I like their article, and thank you very much for the article. And these two creatures that you guys see on my screen are allegedly a mother and an aunt. An aunt and a mother. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Somebody said Thelma and Louise. I'd say the ugly twins. I mean, just what is going on in Mississippi in this cotton picking world? These women literally look like, y'all need to get out of here for Massa show back up. Y'all's gonna get in trouble. Y'all gonna get out of here. Gonna get Massa on his way back. They look, wow. And look, these are not good people. I just want y'all to understand, I'm not talking about good law-abiding citizens, okay? So please calm your pennies down. If you got your pennies in a bunch, please unbunch them, okay? Pull them out your butt and calm down. These people have killed an infant. I think we can joke about this a little bit. In Mississippi, police have arrested a mother and an aunt of a Mississippi infant who allegedly already had been dead half of the day before she was brought to the hospital. So they're thinking like around 11 or 12 hours. LaGayla Haynes, who's allegedly 28 years old. You tell me which one looked 28. And Samara Smith, allegedly 23 years old. Man, do they look like 28 and 23? Somebody said, somebody said the barnyard version of Pinky and the Brain. Like, good Lord. They do look like Pinky and the Brain, the chocolate version. They have been charged with felony child neglect in connection with the baby's death, according to Jackson Police Department. Authorities are weighing up upgrading the charges after it was determined that the 1-year-old was an alleged victim of homicide. Police began investigating the circumstances surrounding the baby's death, the baby's alleged killing, when she was brought to the hospital Wednesday afternoon and immediately pronounced dead, according to WAP-TV. The infant had been visibly beaten and abused, Chief Joseph Wade said, WLBT-TV reported. The child had trauma around her neck. What was so startling and horrendous about this was that the child had been possibly deceased for about 10 hours. According to the station, Haynes has been held on a $75,000 bond, while Smith is on a $85,000 bond, which sounds a little bit low to me, but how many times have we heard about people driving around in cars with dead kids, hiding dead children in their house, hiding dead children in their apartment, hiding dead children in their closet, hiding dead children anywhere and everywhere, under false floors, false ceilings? It sounds like we're making this up, but I don't know. Can't be making it up. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Oh, I can explain it to you. I just cannot understand it for you. Guys, do me a favor and click that thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section. Only got a couple of news videos for this one. Just a couple.
Also investigating a baby's death as a homicide. Police initially responded to a home on Forest Avenue this afternoon. The baby's mother says she took her 1-year-old to UMMC because the child was unresponsive. Well, the little girl died at the hospital. Detectives are now interviewing this baby's mother at JPD headquarters.
It was determined that this was a homicide, that this child had been victimized, this child had been brutally beaten and abused. The child had trauma around her neck, and what was so startling and horrendous about this is that this child had possibly been deceased for 10 hours.
Now, the chief says more family members will be brought in for questioning.
There have been a total of 8 homicides so far this year, including one death of a 1-year-old. Jackson police arrested 28-year-old LaGayla Haynes and 23-year-old Samaria Smith in connection to the death of the infant. At their weekly public safety meeting, city leaders came together addressing issues, tracking data, and sharing solutions on how to create a safer city. One mother says despite the violent crime in Jackson, she feels safe, but believes that more must be done as a community.
It's sad, it's painful, it's hurtful, it is scary. I raised my children in Jackson. I would love for my children to live in Jackson, to love Jackson the way I love Jackson. But it can be scary. So I don't blame people that leave. I don't blame people that give Jackson a bad rap, but it's not really fair because actually most people that live in Jackson just trying to make a living. We're all people aren't bad, but it is a sad thing.
And according to JPD's public information officer, Jackson police saw the same number of homicides at this time last year.
The mother and aunt of a 1-year-old girl are now facing charges in that toddler's death. LaGayla Haynes and Samara Smith are charged with felony child neglect. Police Chief Joseph Wade said last night when Haynes brought her daughter to the hospital, there were bruises on the girl's neck and she appeared to have been beaten. He also says the girl may have been dead as many as 10 hours before she was taken to the hospital. Jackson police investigators are still interviewing witnesses. They say it's possible those charges could be upgraded.
Jackson police arrested a mother and an aunt in connection to the death of an infant. LaGayla Haynes and Samara Smith are charged with felony child neglect. Deputy Chief Security Banks said investigators responded to a home on Forest Avenue yesterday. They'd gotten a call about a deceased infant. And when officers got there, the infant's mother, Haynes, said she took the 1-year-old girl to UMMC because the child was unresponsive. Now, the infant was pronounced deceased at the hospital, and according to Jackson Police Chief Joseph Wade, the coroner determined the child had already possibly been dead for 10 hours. He also said there were signs of trauma.
So, in closing, I don't know why these women look like they are a couple of gangsters off of Harlem Nights or something like that. Like, I don't know why they look like that. Oh my God, like, just not the best, man. Not the best. But I wish we knew the child's name. Wish we had a picture of the child. If we get that later on, we'll post it so we can pay tribute to the child. If the child is deceased, it's not going to hurt the child for us to put up their image. But nonetheless, what they did and what they participated in is beyond heinous, and I think that they absolutely need a life sentence for ending a life that could have grown up to become something great. And I hate that we continue to keep robbing our children of their potential greatness for our own selfish reasons and just because we're bad parents and bad people. And then holding on to a dead body for that many hours, how do you explain that? They didn't explain it. They didn't say anything. But nonetheless, leave it in the comment section and let me know what you guys think about both of them and this crazy story, okay? Thank you.